I was just doing random stuff with my server because I'm about to make a new update. Let's get into our dear definitions. Uh-oh. Let me just do this. Nope, I don't want that. And I was just clearing out the whole server, so I got some XP from that. Okay, I'm just gonna enable auto fire and auto spin for an anti-AFK measure. How to change the map? So first, let's go into the config.json. There's a bunch of stuff here. The first and most obvious is this, the room setup. This is pretty much the skeleton of the actual map. Let's say I want to make a bigger nest. I then do this. Just expand the nest. Not best, but nest. And this is gonna cause my game to crash and I lose all of my beautiful score, but I don't really care because I'm here to show you guys how to. And look at that, I just expanded that. But let's just say I want something a bit more smaller. What if I wanted a smaller map or a bigger map? You can do that as well. So right now we have a beautiful little nest here, but I want to make it a bit smaller, but I want to keep its shape. Then don't mess around with this, but with this too. These are self-explanatory, width and height. Let's just say I want to decrease the size of the level to 1/3 of its current size. It's gonna look a bit funny because the dominators won't scale, only the map itself, which is gonna cause a lot of troubles. For example, yes, this map looks adorable. It's a I can literally see the whole map, and everything got annihilated. So yes, uh, I think that explains why my game just crashed. What? I don't think I'm even curious what caused this crash. But this is just adorable. But let's change it back. But you may wonder, what happens if you only change one of the values? Then some really disgusting things gonna happen. Yes, like that, for example. And I don't think you want anything like this. Like, look at this mess. I mean, you have a Chile-like map. If you want to recreate Chile in Arras, you go ahead, just do something like this, and you can go really crazy with it. I'm already crying out. I don't know what this is gonna lead to, but probably nothing which is, yes, my map is a line at this point, and it's like this thin, but this is just terrible. This is wrong at many levels. Nope, I helping out my one. Look at that. That's a thin base. Has hashtag chili. Wow. No, that is a thick level. What is even happening? Okay, let's do something about this because this is just getting just absurd. Let's decrease that a bit, maybe. It's still a big mess, but at least it's not that big of a mess. And I'm gonna die. Yep. Look at this long map. Hashtag long map. What am I doing right now? I don't know. Yes, first I clean up a bit. No, my poor dominator died. What is that? That map looks disgusting. This map looks disgusting. But I guess this is a map after all. Let me just clear out everything here. I don't want that. Okay, after that's that. Okay, I kinda cleared the stuff out. Yeah, this map is terrible. Let me just change it right back. Or maybe just make it a bit. Like, what if I do this? Like, it's just barely longer than it's barely taller than it's wide, is it? Yes, it still looks weird, but it doesn't look that bad after all. Okay. Yeah, if you look, this map looks kinda normal. It looks like if your screen is too wide and it stretched the whole game out, kinda. Okay, let me just help out my little base here a bit. Okay, let me just change it back where it belongs. Hmm? Come on, please don't crash on me. Okay, now we're talking. Okay, so yes, you can do stuff with this. Please don't do just you can do stuff with it, but please don't do anything which you're gonna regret later. And I'm pretty sure you maybe try. You can try, of course, but and these are the bot numbers. This don't mess with these because these. Okay, explain these ones too. Though this is the skill cap. It literally is because this is a bit complicated, but this is how till what level your tank is gonna grow. If you put 100 in here, your tank is gonna grow until the level 100, which is gonna be absurd. I'll show you what I mean. I'm still going to level 45, but look what happens after I just gain more score. You're gonna see that something is getting wrong. Seems like my tank got a little bigger. Yes, yes, you can clearly tell that it's getting real big. Let me just kill a lot of stuff. If I kill a bunch of stuff and I reach the level 100, you're gonna see. Yes, you can clearly tell now that something is started to go wrong. And I'm at level 100, which means I'm at my full size. And I'm almost the size of a Dominator. And funnier, that Dominators themselves can actually grow. Yes, you have a little look in what kind of stuff we have. And yes, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Anyways, please don't mess around with this if you don't want colossal tanks. This is literally like when you can upgrade the first time, when you can upgrade the second time, and when you can upgrade the third time. You can implement more. I don't know quite how to do it. Minimum speed is kinda doesn't do much. Food amount, this is the multiplier of the food spawning. I'm gonna make it 10 times more, which I'm gonna regret instantly, but I do it anyways. You notice that my game starts to not like it. Like the game is not yet, but soon it's gonna have many troubles. But especially around the nest, it's gonna go very wrong real quickly. I just wait around a bit and with an outer maybe. I love this tank. It's just cute. I I think it does something. I just maybe don't get what it does. I think it makes a difference in smaller maps mainly. Like a medium-sized map, which is mine, is not. But I'm pretty sure there's more food than I remember there was. So yes, I don't quite know how this multiplier works, but it definitely changes some things up. I know that for sure. The skill boost, I don't know what this one is. The bots, okay, glass salt factor. Again, I don't know what this does, but I tried to mess around with it and do not, because it's just gonna, if you change this number from this, that's gonna cause some troubles. This, I don't know what this does, and I don't know what the, oh, this is how, what's your max skill points? What's the max skill points you can have? And this is the skill cheat cap. This is how for what level you can cheat. Like if you press N, the letter N, which you can level up with, how far you level up. If you put this to 100, then you're gonna, if you can keep leveling up till 100, for example. Stealth, don't mess around with it. This is how much in percent your stealth changes per frame. This is complicated. It doesn't like numbers below 2, or below 3, and above 10. So please don't do it. The skill leak, I don't know what this means, and with this number I changed it, and it doesn't seem like it's doing anything, but I'm pretty sure it does something. Damage constant. It's pretty much a multiplier to overall damage. This is Knobic constant overall. Uh, what is that? It's like the overall percentage of you get. So imagine two zeros behind. So this is, if you have one, that's 100%. So you get knocked back by 100%. If you put a 0.1, that's 10% knockback. So if you don't want knockback at all, just put this to 0, and there you go. The room bound force, this I tried to change its value, but it doesn't stop you. It's keeping, no matter, even if you put it to 0, it it doesn't allow you to exit the walls of the boundaries of the map, but it's the softness. If you set it to 0, the boundary of the map almost feels like some sort of liquid, which is pulling you slowly back. At this is the regular, and above about 0.1, it almost feels like a solid wall. And at 1, you can't even get past that border. And it's like a hard edge. This is the food multiplier. Don't really mess around with this. It's quite sensitive, and I try to mess around with it, as you can see here, and it often doesn't end up well. So max scale, again, I explained this one. So pretty much that's how you, and this mode, if you work in TDM, it's a team domination. Pretty much not, because you don't have dominators, but it's team mode. But if you write in anything else in here, it's gonna be a free for all automatically. So if I write in the letter 1, for example, then I'm gonna get if free for all. Look at that. Boom. Everyone against everyone. Free for all. There you go. I set it back to my value like this. Random colors, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but it doesn't do with everything, only your player. One moment, please. And one final thing, which is a bit more interesting, is custom spawning. Like, you can define specific boss spawns at a specific region. Here's how to do it. So go into the server.json and set up room. There you can find these stuff. I write something here, but I realize this is not gonna work. So let's just pretty much just ignore this one. Copy the last one. It doesn't matter. But one thing is important, that in here, in these brackets, only put 4 letters or numbers. It's important of 4, because otherwise it's not gonna work. I don't know why. Sometimes it works, but I recommend it because it's simple and it doesn't kill your OCD. I'm gonna make this one dest. So this is gonna be the spawn point of the Elite Destroyer. So I'm going back to config, and on the very north, I'm gonna put in a dest. This dest. You may wonder, but wait, what is it gonna do? Well, pretty much nothing. But at least, hopefully, it's not gonna just throw out a big fat error on us. Oh no. And did it work? Yes, it worked. Tech 3, still a mess, but I will fix that. And take a note, this stack tree isn't looking buggy because of my recent change. It was like this because I haven't put anything in here. So yeah, that's a thing. So, anyways, you'll see nothing changed there. No color change. And if I go there with something, anything, for example, please don't get obliterated. And of course I'm getting obliterated. Why not? Okay, then I'm going to with beta tester. I'm gonna remove it sooner or later, but for now I'm gonna keep it in. I don't know how to deal with beta tester though, because I want to keep it in, but also I don't like this socket key, which one of my the private stuff, which is your private code, is kind of doesn't work for me either. Like if you see nothing happening. Let's change it up. Go back to server and write in spawn or just pop. So let's go to the server.json. Is make a function to spawn new players. Mark it as spawned. Spawning functions. Spawn bosses. This one you need. Let's spawn bosses. Yes, 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 and this is it. Now, in the boss spawning, this is a random chooser. You just write in all the numbers you want, and you just put in the numbers here, and it's gonna choose one of them. And what I'm going to do now, first of all, is this is the Elite Destroyer, and I want, so this one is the name for, don't change this up, please. And this is the room type. So that's, and I'm gonna spawn at that position. I'm gonna spawn there. I'm gonna spawn at the north. Boom. I'm doing this message so you can clearly see. Alright, let's hope it works. What I do usually is bus is incoming, yes, yes. Is with this, it technically spawns in very quickly. Another boss arrived. Let's just annihilate it quickly. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want anything that makes lag. Okay, okay. I'm gonna spawn at the north. Does it gonna? And it spawned right there. This is how you make stuff spawn at a specific spot. Well, it took some time, but I did it. Now I set the timer back to its original values, because I don't want bosses to spawn every several seconds. And there we go. So that was boss spawning. At least how you specify it a bit more. And you can repeat this for every single boss you have. And I will explain how to make custom bosses a bit too. Not in this video, of course. And that's all you have to know. And some of you asked several times that how, well, boom, this is how you disable bots. If I should have a peaceful game right now. And there, a peaceful empty lobby. With the 4 dominators and players, and boom. It's nice, peaceful, and no lag. That's how you do it. I personally prefer this one for testing because the bots doesn't kill you because you just want to level up to and show up tank or anything. By the way, bye, have a good time, and be careful out there. Overlords might try to destroy you or something like that. And goodbye. Thanks for all the questions asked.